X-Men Dark Phoenix. Or, wait, is it even X-Men Dark Phoenix? Because X-Men's not even in the title of the movie. Well, Dark Phoenix is supposed to be the finale to the X-Men franchise that started almost 20 years ago and paved the way for future superhero movies. And, you've probably heard everyone tell you this by now, that it's bad. But, not that it's that good, but it's not as bad as I was led to believe. However, it's not the best. Let's talk about it. So, Dark Phoenix is about... We'll try that again. So, Dark Phoenix is about Jean Grey and how she has powers that she cannot control. Pretty much, they go into space to help some people that are in trouble. Don't want to give too much away. But, and then there's like this weird, shadowy, cosmic-like thing. And Jean Grey goes to help some, the people, but then it gets to her, and then she has these powers that she cannot control. And that's basically the conflict throughout the whole movie. Yeah, it is worth noting that X-Men Last Stand tried doing this with, as well as a million other subplots, and that didn't go too well. Now, this is nowhere near, or at least not as bad as X-Men Last Stand. I thought X-Men Last Stand was unbearable. This one, this is probably the most frustrating movie I've reviewed this entire year. As, I mean, you have a good setup for a good movie, and the cast, I want to say the cast is great in this. Like, you got many good names, like Michael Fassbender, James McAvoy, you got Jean Grey, who is Sophie Turner, or the other way around. I sort of said that the wrong way. Well, I think is a good Jean Grey. Many people seem to disagree, and you got a lot of big names here, but I don't know. You also got some the characters are pretty cool. Some of the times, like for example, Quicksilver, who's probably one of the more likable parts of some of the earlier X-Men movies in this, like in this new version. Not that this version of the X-Men is bad, but he seems to be more enjoyable. They used him in the first half of the movie, but then the second half, he basically sits out the whole time, which is annoying. You also get stuff like Professor X and how out of character he is. And same with Hank, or other words, the Beast. They're out of character. You know, Professor X with it seems to be more egotistical, and Hank just seems to be more of an asshole. And that's just not how they should be, you know? Another thing is that there are a lot of things that happen in this movie that just don't make any sense. Like, there's something that happens at the very beginning, like the first, you know, the opening scene of the movie with Jean Grey, and then happens a bit later on in the movie, and then something else happens, you know, relating to that. And I don't want to talk about it since that'll be spoilers, but if you've seen the movie, you should know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, that was just something that, when I saw that happen, I saw, or rather, I said to myself, I didn't yell this out loud in the movie theater, I fucking hate it when people do stuff like that, but I said to myself, absolute bullshit. Bullshit. Sure, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, and you're probably like, it was you know, justified later on. But, like, I mean, come on, still. And that's the reason she sort of goes apeshit. I mean, like, it's never really, like, I don't know, just, you have to watch it in order to understand what I'm saying. And also, like, what's with the fucking villains? Like, sure, we know, I guess you can say we know Jessica Chastain's the villain, but, like, what did she do? You're probably wondering after watching the trailers. And after watching the movie, without spoiling anything, I can still, I think I still might have that question. And even then, if I spoil stuff, she's important, yeah. But if I spoil stuff, it's not like there's gonna be that much more to say, you know. And the rest of the villains too, like there's this whole squad of like aliens, I'll tell you that much. And they're all just there, you know. Most of them aren't even in most of the movie. It's mostly Jessica Chastain. But like I can't even tell you what her name is. So I'll just refer to her as Jessica Chastain because that's how forgettable the villain was, which is unfortunate because the X-Men has a lot of different villains. In fact, I'd actually tell you that if this wasn't based off a comic book that I knew quite a lot about and I didn't know all these characters, I probably wouldn't have been able to tell you most of these characters' names. So yeah, take that for what you will. Another thing I'd like to say is that yes, I do know all the shit with this movie. It had a troubled production. It was supposed to come out like last fall, but then it was pushed back to February 2019, and then it was pushed back to now, or June 7th, which is the day before I'm recording this. And yeah, because there was a lot of reshoots and everything, directors changed. Actually, no, scratch that one, actually. But you can see the reshoots, you know. You can see scenes that were obviously reshot. And the ending was even changed originally because it was too similar to another movie. Another superhero movie, in fact. I wonder what that can be. But, yeah, it's very, very unfortunate that this was a bit of a dud. So, yeah. So, in conclusion, Dark Phoenix was sort of disappointing. You know, though I heard all the, you know, bad buzz, and I've also heard all the negative reviews, I went into it with an open mind. I really wanted it to be good. I really wanted them to be wrong. And though they're not completely right, they're also not completely wrong. You know, I don't think it's as bad as they say it is. I don't think it's as good as it probably should be. Which is why I give it, unfortunately, a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I honestly cannot decide which was better, this or Godzilla. I know I gave Godzilla like a 7 or something, but I don't know, I can't really tell you anything that happened in that movie. This one, at least I could, but I don't know how long that'll last. So, I'm gonna stop doing the rankings. I said I started that last review, but I'm gonna start not doing it till the end of the year where I rank all the movies I see. So, yeah. Alright, that'll be it for this video. X-Men Dark Phoenix. What do you think? Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Do you want to see it? Do you not want to see it? Do you agree with me if you have seen it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. If you like to comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.